All right, let me see. Hey, journeymen, journeywomen, this is a hero's journey with Dr. D here to encourage, to motivate, to inspire, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. I am eating because I'm hungry. You have to forget that part. Let me to encourage. All right. Here's encourage to motivate to inspire, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. And so what I will do to start you off is I'm going to put a link. Right now I'm doing dual. I'm doing Instagram and I'm doing YouTube at the exact same time. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to put, if you go to YouTube, Hero's Journey with Dr. D, you'll see me put a link. You can come on. However, if you're Instagram, you can put you can come on that as well. So we do a dual thing. So and where is my guest? Um, I'm sending you the link. Add a guest. All right, copy the link, and you'll see for those who are coming on to the YouTube, you'll see it in the bam. You'll see it in my comment section. My comment section. So I put it in my comment section so you can come on. And at the end, when I do the Q&A, then you can come on and then you can add your 2 cents. You may actually get a nickel back. You never know. You may actually get a nickel back. So let me give it a little time, and maybe I can give you a little music. Um, give a little music and get a little time for somebody else to come on, and I can finish my egg roll. All right. mm-hmm. I'm gonna say. I don't know if you get music or not, but in any case, I need to eat my egg roll. But talk to me. So hmm, let me see. I'm gonna I'm gonna give you a couple seconds so y'all can get on. I'm gonna dip right here, eat my egg roll. It's not that bad too. I just made a mess. Mm. Mm. That's good. Mm. Yeah. Let me see if mhm. All right. Let me see. Let me see. I think that's the one person I'm on. All right. Renee. Are you on? All right. Well, I'm gonna get a little time. Get a little time. Mm. In my life, Lord, be glorified today. Oh, 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 oh. If I'm clear, please let me know in my comment section, my chat section. 9:15. I'm 8 minutes early. I sure am. So, with that being said, if I'm 8 minutes early, let me put this on pause. Oh fuck. Hey, gentlemen, women. This is. Oh, let me get everything set up right because not set up right now. I gotta cut this stuff off, and then we gotta do what it do, and we gotta be where it be. And here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Figaro, Figaro, Figaro. I'm trying to. Like I said, you saw my other stuff. Okay. Figaro, Figaro. Here we go. All right. All right. Okay. Hey, my thing ain't on. Come on now. This ain't working like it's supposed to work. It's supposed to work. It's supposed to work right. Hey, gentlemen, this is the Hero Journey with Dr. D here to encourage. Let me see. Make sure my sound is on. To encourage, to motivate, to inspire, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. So I'm gonna repeat this. So if you hear me repeat it, no, it's not for you all, but it's for others. Okay. So just bear with me just a second. Let me cut this off. Cut this off. Cut this off. Cut this off. And undo. So I'm trying to get, like I said earlier, I'm trying to do the dual thing. I'm trying to do the dual thing with the Instagram as well as the YouTube. So I just had to get this set up. All right. Here we go. Hey, journeyman, journey women. This is the Hero Journey with Dr. D here to encourage, to motivate, to inspire, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. If you see my eyes swivel to the left or to the right, because I'm working on two screens. And let me stick this thing in my ear and see if I can hear two screens or hear myself. All right. So okay. All right. So Tito, let me know if I'm clear. I'm in Memorex or what you. Okay, good evening, good evening. So help me help you so we can help others by clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing. Because when you organically do this, when you do this, you organically help me build and make it better tomorrow, today. As of now, I'm trying to mix it up and do two things at one time so I can cover two grounds and get two different looks and two different audiences. I have the Instagram on as well as YouTube. And with both platforms, everybody can come on. See, the Instagram, you can come on and we can have a dialogue, as well as the YouTube, you can come on and we can have a dialogue. With both, also, you can put comments and I will respond. I promise, I promise, I promise. So, with that being said, let's do what it's going to do and be what it's going to be. All right. Today, I am not doing, I'm doing a recap, but it's not really a recap. It's just an update. The update is about the things that have been going on. And the name, if you notice on the name of the title for the thumbnail I gave, talking about the video, it's called Transition. I didn't do a feature video. This would probably be a preview, but I thought it would just be good just to do the live and have a discussion about it. Transition. Some of you all do not know, do know. Some do know that my mother just passed. And that's the general subject matter of the transition. And what I mean by just pass, we just put it in the ground on Saturday. Me and my mother were close. I talked about mother every day or every other day. My sister wasn't hogging the phone, calling her. And some people may be amazed about my candor and how I am on line talking about the departure of my mother. Was easy. It's easy because prior to her going, I asked for peace. And also prior to her going, I went to go see her. I went to go see her, and my mother was 88, full of life, full of vigor, very, very comedic, and very wise. Very, very wise. deal if it came to be, even before she became ill. So, how did I deal with transition? You know, you had to some okay. How I deal with transition. How do I deal with my transition? Because I know a lot of I'm not the only person out there who has lost a loved one and a mother. Woo! The love of a mother. Mm, words can't explain. I um words of a mother. Words can't explain. Hey Renee, you can join on the YouTube. Okay, what you said join. But you can look on Instagram as well. So because I'm trying to keep it moving for both in case somebody else wants to pop up. All right. Um, yeah, so my transition, we all have different transitions in life for different situations, different people, environments, jobs, even times in life of transition. And from college life, from the military to civilian life. Um, just time, you have time steps in life, which are transitions. And I believe that transitions are needed. But prior or right when the transition happens, I believe it's a stopping stone to help. It's a pivot to let you sit back and think, ponder about what has happened, what has occurred, and what's about to occur. I'm in a new chapter in my life because I can't call my mother anymore. I can't call my mother an event. I can't call my mother and see the latest what's going on in my father's church, what's going on in the family. Just to get her take on certain things and what she thinks about things. I can't get that anymore. But what I can get, and I can always have, is the memory. See, the memories are encased in platinum, not just gold. When I think about a certain mannerism that I have, when I think about a certain look that she would do, a certain statement that she would make, is priceless. I believe that the people who have it the hardest is the people who did not spend the time. Even though I'm 800 miles away from Chicago, I'm connected by phone or just by my memory. And while my mother's gone to a new destination, she always be right here and right here. So my transition is I'm remarkably, I'm not breaking down. And now I have had my moments. So let's not get it twisted. My mom was my confidant. And she wanted to encourage me. She wanted to lift me up. And she is the one that believed in me if nobody else did. Baby, I know you can do it. And then you put your mind to, I believe that you can do it. And that's powerful. It's unfair to do a contrast between a wife and a mother, especially a loving mother, even though you try. But the transition is real, and it's different for different people. It's different people. So I'll talk a little bit more about it, but that's my that's my pivot point about transition, and that's the origin of this topic of transition. Somebody else may have a transition in a job, a transition in a relationship, a transition out of the military, or even a transition into the military. but still is a point of change. Love when we left us, left our presence, but never our heart. So while they're still in our heart, they're still with us. All right. So ordinarily, that would be my, my recap of a featured video. But now it seems like it's a recap of a current event. Maybe somebody else has a recap of a current event that that connects. And if it connects, maybe we can talk about it and maybe we can process and see if we can get beyond the first move. Maybe we can see get beyond the first move. All right. Okay, journeyman, journeywomen, that's my recap now. That's my recap. And my update is this is no, I do have an update. The update is that I'm trying to this is a request that I would um this is a request um pertaining to new content. I'm in the midst of doing some meditation videos. That'd be a different segment. I already have started on um a new segment called Ride and Share with Dr. D. Some are pretty comical, some are in depth, but they're not really long. But pretty good quips is while I'm doing Ride and Share, and then I'm doing I'm communicating with the passengers, and sometimes I have in betweens. I call it in between Ride and Share with Dr. D, giving comments and statements. Check it out. And now my latest one that I've been requested to do is videos, not recaps, but response videos. Response videos. So if that's what you want, please send me some videos so I can respond to. So you send me some videos I can respond to that have material. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sit. All right. Okay, so let me see. So we got some comments. Phil said, "Hey Doc, talk about handling some difficult transitions. Let's say a job, specifically getting fired. Count as a blessing. Maybe it's maybe it's different thing, a new thing that needs to be done. That may be the thing that needs to be done, but maybe you need to do it independent of the organization you were with, or maybe you just need to find another occupation in another area, or maybe the connection with the people, the crew, the people is not a good fit. So maybe you just need to go somewhere else. It's not a knock against your work quality, but it's a it's a it's a point in time that sometimes we need to make a pivot, and sometimes we won't make the pivot. So therefore, God will use the manager or the boss to help you make that pivot to a different location, destination. You never know where it may bring you. Life is full of uh, it, life is full of events, different journeys, but you never know how the journey is unless you start walking. And sometimes you can't walk. You don't walk on your own. You're encouraged. let's say encouraged. You're encouraged to walk even when you don't want to. So let me see what else you got to say on that one. And move down. So any more comments you put in the comment section, I'll respond to them. Or you need the link, just put a comment section on .d. Send me the link and you come on and we can discuss. We'll open up the Q&A. All right. Okay. I guess I responded to that one. Let me see. Is there anything else? Talk about, okay, what advice would you give to your audience regarding difficult transitions? Well, Phil asked a question, and be facing a situation that's a transition. Stop and be still. A lot of times when we experience a situation, traumatic or whatnot, we panic. Some people do a whole bunch of movement. As I said, just be still, ponder. You got a video about, think about what you're thinking about. Think, and the reason to be still, you need to see if you're thinking clearly. Because sometimes we don't respond, we react based on impulses because we're we're thinking with our feelings instead of mind. We feel and then we become our feelings. And we shouldn't become our feelings. We should become who we are with or without our feelings. All right. Any more questions? Let me see who we got on. Let me see. I think Renee, you on? I think I heard. Oh, I got crew. All right, the Marine Tito.
Good evening.
Good evening, and the blank space.
Oh, snap, his eyes open.
It,
Well, it
oh,
was
body
open.
sensei. Okay.
Good evening, Renee.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening, Renee.
Good evening.
Oh, good. Everybody sound good.
Yeah. And Renee's eyes open. So
Everybody
that's
sound good.
great.
Yeah, I know.
My eyes are hurting.
Why? From holding
The eyes
them
are hurting.
open?
Yeah, this hurts. Okay, back to normal. Yeah, this is more relaxed. Okay. Good
Okay.
evening.
All right. So what? Good evening. So what do you think about what I said? That is my recap is my recap of event. And I told you about my Renee. You knew about Tita. You didn't know anything about it. So by my mother.
No, I did not. My condolences.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's something. I talk to my mother every day. I talk to my sometimes twice a day. I talk to my father about twice a week. My mother is in her upper 70s, and my father. So yeah, that's wow. Yeah, that's something I've never experienced. So I can just imagine.
Mm. Let me cut this off. They can't hear this.
I,
All
I
right.
know I usually
All
talk to
right.
my
Instagram
parents
people, we're gonna
every
cut you off. Great.
all right. I know I usually speak to my parents every Monday when I'm coming home from work. I have a hour commute. I usually talk to them for about 40 minutes out of that commute, and I couldn't imagine not being able to speak. I think that's the. I know I had an uncle that I was real close to that I lost back in 2005, and one of the hardest thing was me and him talk like every other night. That I couldn't just call him
Right.
anymore, or he couldn't call me. And when I picked up the phone to go to call him, and I remember that was a like a moment for me.
Mm, that's when it became real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. And this particular uncle, everybody always thought we was brothers, and they always said we looked just alike. And I never saw it until I was viewing his body, and it was like I was looking in a mirror.
mm. Wow.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah. My brother told me that he said when you see my mama's body, then you will see your smile. And he was saying that based on he's been driving back and forth to Chicago from Georgia, and he's seen the worst of the worst. And he's really speaking from his mindset. He's speaking from he saw really bad, really bad. I saw her bad, but not as bad as he saw her. You know, not as bad as he saw her. You know, I saw her bad, but I saw her like coming out of it. She was limited. That's when she was cognizant and everything, but she just was just coming out of to sleep. So, but because she didn't have a coma, but she went to sleep for 3 days.
Mm.
Doctor said it was a coma. All her vitals was good, and all the vitals were good, and so they say couldn't figure out what happened. So as she was saying a couple words and statements and stuff like that, knew her surroundings, everything. Then I think she went home again, and she thinks it had some medication that was wrong, and took her too low, and she was a diabetic.
Okay.
So you take medicine, but if it's wrong, concoction, it took her down low, and then she was never able to get baseline. Before she was like at 55, she's
Oh,
almost at
that's real
baseline.
low.
But when she get dropped, yeah, but no, well, I don't know the correct terminology. She was half before she was 100, but she was like six. No, my sister's like 65, so she was like climbing.
Okay.
She was good. You hurt yourself and but she's building back up and she could stand and she lost weight. So she was 65, so she was coming. But when she took when she hit the medication that messed with her sugar level, she dropped below it,
Oh yeah.
and then she became limited. So like that. It
Yeah.
say words, but not a heavy conversation. So when I was calling my sister, I hear my mother in the background call my dad's name in a repetitive motion, Lee, at least 100 times. And my father say at nighttime, all she saying my name, Lee. I mean, over and over again. So it was so that was so I want to talk to him. I told my sister, can I talk to her? She said, well, not really. She's limited, and she'd talk to you right in front of her. And with her, my sister's grandbabies with my mother's great grandchildren. She said when they came down, the 3 and 5-year-old, hey baby, how you doing? And she got to their level.
Mm-hmm.
She spoke to them like, oh, I love you too, baby. But the old people, she didn't really get to their level. To like a kid level, she get there, she was cognizant. But then when things went down later on. And later on, then my sister's like, Mama stopped eating. Mama stopped eating and she's sleeping longer. She had think it's gonna either come now or later.
Mm.
And what it what determined what it came down to it, my mother had Alzheimer's. But see the blessing is what happens that my sister was in a car accident with my mother and my father, head on car accident. And but everybody's fine. My mother got carried out. She hit her head and she had some blood, but she had blood thinner and dried up. And they said she's fine. But when I talked, she said, "How big? I don't know what happened." I mean, she was talking to me clear, but she didn't know what happened. So my sister's hypothesis, that what happens that that bump on the head sped up the Alzheimer's. She was already dealing with some things. I've talked to my mother on the phone, and it's like she would say, good conversation like this. And she would talk to us. And then she's like, John went to the store. And then at the end of the conversation, did I tell you about John? He going to the store. She'll repeat herself. Not
Mhm.
like Rain Man, but she just had the same conversation. I do that too, but not within a minute of the previous statement. She said, really? And then sometimes she'll talk and she's like, you know what I'm talking about. Something gets stuck.
Mhm.
I've got like that too, but she got it more frequently. She even do it in church. And my sister's like, Mom. She'll pull, but still she was all there. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So when the car accident happened, my sister, I believe that sped it up. That sped up the Alzheimer's because the death certificate said Alzheimer's. But how many people you know that have that Alzheimer's? They're really good for a year and a half, and for 8 years they just run and walk into the wall.
Mhm.
Don't know who you are, hitting everybody. So the
Mhm.
blessing is this is July, and then she moved. My sister grandbaby was upstairs, loved ones all around her, and she just went to sleep. Or she gave it up and then went to sleep. But so it's no more pain. I tended to believe that when my sister said that, but she respond. Her body, she said, you call her name, she'd turn. And like what I would have open, she'd turn. She won't say nothing, no. I said, Anissa come up there and she'll respond when you call her name. I said, in the house, she just left the front door. She just moved away from the front door. All the transitions she had in her life, at different houses, residents that she raised the kids in, even to the church. She was always at the front door, looking, seeing who's coming, greeting people, uh, rearing people up. Actually, 5 kids. She was at the front door. She dwelled in the house, but the last house, she went to the back, and I believe her spirit was calling her soul. Come on, woman, time to go. Put your teeth in. Let's roll. Fighting. And a lot of times she was fighting to stay because
Mhm.
sometimes you want to go, you fight to stay because you see loved ones,
Mhm.
and she's fighting. But Spirit said, "Listen, we gotta go back home." All spirit goes back to God. The soul is our personality. It's us that connects to the spirit. So I believe it went to the door. It pulled because we all got a clock. So I really can't see. Well, I can see a better way that I would. I want to have everybody come to the house and I lay hands on them. And then I'm good. I'm gone. I see the chariots. That's what I envision. But it's peaceful. She lived a long life. Mother was 88. My father was 92. They was married 71 years.
That's a blessing.
Wow, that's a
Yeah,
miracle.
very full life. Very full life. And if I'm sad, it's because I'm selfish.
Mm.
I don't care. My mom was 99. You still want just one more year. Just one more year.
Yeah.
It was selfish. I think if you can own that you selfish, I think it makes it bearable. My race is finished. My time is done. I've done what I did. So the funeral was a celebration. It wasn't sad at all. It wasn't sad at all. It's sad because she's gone, but it was sad because where she's going.
Mhm.
Everybody deserves a rest. So I see pictures and stuff, and I unfairly do a contrast of my mother, but I can't do that no more. I can't do that. Um, and so I do tears at time, but it's not no breakdown. This guy because I couldn't call her for 2 months. So when I saw her the last time, it's okay. She's coming back. And then while I've been calling, talk to my sister and my mother right there, I couldn't talk to her. So I said, well, if I can talk to her, she was gone. Even if she was here a year. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I prefer her to be gone than standing there as a trophy, bumping her head against the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not fair to her. She's in limbo.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand.
She's still in the house. If she's still in the house there, I'm trying to get out, but doggone, this body won't let me. Doggone.
Hmm.
Body rocking. G said, listen, I'm waiting. I got another dough for you. Pearl, diamond, silver, platinum. You got another residence. What's up? He said, oh, okay, I'll be here. So I mean, I think transitions. Uh, I think that's my transition, and I think what helps me is that I talk about it. I talk about it. Said this. He said he envisioned his father, his death before it happened. So when it happened, he already been there. So when I saw a picture of my mother, sometimes I said, "That's like her in the casket." I kind of saw it. So my tears come because I couldn't call her no more. Not because she's resting. My tears all about me. Mom, dog. Mom, it's all about me. So I think I got him out. I probably get some more later on. Every I guess something may trigger, but yeah, transitions are something that we all deal with, and that's a big one when a parent or somebody's really close to you leaves, and then
Hmm.
you like you thought you'd see them tomorrow. See, that's why you never take any day for granted. You
Amen.
embrace the time you have, and
That's true.
you embrace the time, and you embrace the time, and you cherish the memory. If you cherish the memories, you always got them. If
Hmm.
you make the memory, I make sure that we try to get to Chicago every year so they see their grandparents, which is a small church family at home, and then try to get my mama down here so they can always have a memory. I asked my son, "How did you feel at the funeral?" He said, "Sad." He said, "Felt sad." He said, "So you now understand the importance of me actually getting you to Chicago." He said, "I never said it wasn't important." I said, "No. I'm saying when you get older, you appreciate the times that you did go
Hmm.
and spend with your grandparents
Yeah,
to know who they are."
that's true.
Yeah, you're 12 years now, but you'll know who they are. I don't know who my grandfathers are. I don't remember any of my grandfathers. I just 3 years ago saw my father's father. I hear kind of stories about him, but I can't. I don't have a memory. I think my mother's father was alive. One was alive when I was born, but 1 years old, 2 years don't count because I don't remember nothing.
Hmm.
Yeah, so they can say they remember. Now they remember they spent time.
It's
Yeah, let's see what. Yeah.
it's funny how you said you try to take them back to Chicago each year, your son and your daughter. Um, when me and my wife and my oldest daughter and my youngest daughter, went home to Mobile, and me and my wife had said we need to make sure we go home at least once a year to Mobile because of things like that. You really, I guess, because we're a little older, that things make more sense, and you wanna have them memories, and then having a 8-year old that really don't know the family that's there at home. She only know the family and friends that we made here in North Carolina, and I want her to know her roots and know her family back home in Mobile, and the importance of that, to know where her parents came from, where her other family members, so she can have them memories, have them bonds. So if she ever decide to move to Mobile, she will have people that she know and rely, that she can trust, that will have her best interests as in blood.
Right.
Mhm.
I agree. It's did you see what the field right field wrote? Fellas, my mom and pops going to glory. My pops loves fixing stuff. Whenever I would ask him to fix something at my house, he would say, "Son, is this a paying job or one of those I love yous?"
I'm feeling him.
Yeah, make it clear.
That was good.
Yeah,
that
that was really good.
was
Might
good.
start
Yeah, that
asking
was
my
good.
kids that when they ask me to do something.
So,
I only met one of my grandparents, my mother's father. I didn't meet any of the other three.
okay.
Yeah.
Full Haitian.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was a pharmacist.
What kind of pharmacist? He was a street pharmacist, was he?
No, he was a legitimate pharmacist. As far as
Okay,
I know, went to school and everything.
I was waiting on it.
Went to school and everything. Yeah, yeah.
He went to school in Haiti or America?
Uh, I think in Haiti. I'm not sure because it could have been Europe too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Really? Okay.
yeah. Because I know I have an aunt in Switzerland. One of it.
Have you ever
So I
talked to
don't
him?
know where, but I do know he was a pharmacist.
Have you ever talked to your aunt in Switzerland?
No, I think I saw it like 30 something years ago. No, probably
She ain't
30,
seen you no
40 years
ticket.
ago. Say again?
She ain't seen you no ticket.
No, she probably would prefer for me to stay here. So, you stay there. Yeah, I met her a long time ago, but haven't heard from her since. It's been a long time,
Hmm.
you know.
Mm, yeah. So tell me, what type of transitions have you had, Renee? Ain't gotta be life. Ain't gotta be life. It be ain't gotta be death. I mean, uh, what would
Um,
you say some transitions that have been difficult or
Very eye-opening. So I lived with other people for 9 years straight when I was renting the rooms out of my house. When the last person moved out, I was living here by myself for over a year and a half. Um, and it was interesting that I had to get adjusted to it, which surprised me. I'm thinking this is nothing. but initially it was a very different feeling. Um, I actually did have to get adjusted to it. But then once I got adjusted to it, I started to really enjoy it. Um, but it surprised me. But I realize now I can do both. I can live with others. I can also live by myself.
Okay.
Um, I just had to stop watching horror movies. That was about it. Yeah, horror movies are not really fun when you live a house by yourself. It's not. They're not enjoyable. So um, after I watched that last movie, I watched some movie called Hereditary. Oh man, I was in this house so spooked out. I could hear a roach crawl across the kitchen. Like, what was that? I'm looking at it I'm grabbing baseball bats. Like, hey, what? Yeah, somebody in here. You know, but outside of that, once I got to, then the other side was I started to really enjoy it, and then that kind of was an adjustment because I was almost starting to prefer it. And so I found myself
Okay.
like, is that a good thing?
Being a hermit.
When you just prefer being by yourself and So yeah, it was different, but I learned a lot
I
about
mean,
myself that I didn't know, you know.
did you have a lot of gatherings? Like I had a whole bunch. I had like a lot of gatherings.
What you mean before
Remember?
the last person moved out or after?
Uh, after the when you by yourself, like they remember we said I had on Friday nights we had people over. We were playing spades
Question,
or
Renee,
none.
is that
It's you
is
and your
that the reason
dog.
you now have a dog?
Hmm?
Is that the reason you have a dog now?
Too.
No, I've consistently had a dog since 2004.
Okay.
I've always had dogs. Um, and they've all been given to me for different reasons.
Oh no, no, just
Right?
okay. Cause they didn't want them.
This person
Cause
was
they didn't want
moving
them.
to. No, their situations changed. One person was trying to move to an apartment where they couldn't keep pets, and then this person, it was different reasons. Um, One, my sister didn't want her anymore, and she asked me to take her to the animal rescue, but I figured they would probably destroy her, so I just kept her for different reasons. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, I
What
learned
was
something
the
about myself that I didn't know. So
uh, what was the hardest part about that transition when you was alone and you with your last room when your last roommate left? Was it the part of being alone and having been alone in a long time, or was it that, hey, now you got to get to know yourself, you or what was going on, what was so hard?
um, I wouldn't say it was hard. It was strange at first because the house was so quiet and um I could feel that I was, other than Jesus and my dogs, that I was by myself. And I thought it would. I didn't even think I would even notice it. It would go, but it was strange at first that I actually was like, "Wow, I'm I'm in here by myself." So I actually had to make an adjustment, whereas I thought there would be no adjustment. The person would just move out, and I wouldn't even notice it. But I did notice that I did feel like, "Oh wow, I'm in this house by myself."
Hmm.
Yeah. So it was different at first. And then I started to enjoy the peace, the tranquility, and then I started to prefer it. And then that made me a little nervous. Like, is this good that I'm, preferring being in this house by myself? Because then what if, will that close the door to anybody ever, because you can meet somebody nice, but, and things are clicking, But then that little voice is in the back going, maybe this is not a good idea.
Because
Mhm.
you're gonna
You
take
might
up your
like each
closet
other.
space.
Huh?
She's
What'd
gonna
you
take
say?
up your closet space. She's gonna take up
Yeah.
your closet space.
Yeah. So it was an adjustment, which surprised me. But I realize now I can do either. I thought one would be like, oh, I want this. Now I've come to where I realize that both is good. They're both good.
Mhm.
Okay. How about you, Tito? Any transitions besides death?
Um, I think when I retired, the transition of becoming a civilian again, and I'm still transitioning, and it's going on. This October 1st will be 8. Well, matter of fact, Friday will be 8 years of me being retired, and it's still a transition. You don't realize, well, that the portion of how much the military consumed my life, because I was young. I was fresh out of high school when I went in, and my whole adult life, only thing I knew was military. And the hardest transition was trying to what I call normal or be a civilian,
Mhm.
because mannerism, the way we carry ourselves, and sometimes it can be misunderstood by someone that really don't have no idea how the military work, because we're more direct and upfront, and sometimes it seems like we have no tact, that we're kind of harsh about things that we're going about trying to get done or trying to say. We seem to say it a little bit more straightforward, and sometimes straightforward is not always the best way to go about things, because some people take it differently and shut down the reactor, think, or take you as being hostile when you're not trying to be hostile at that moment.
Okay. Okay. So how's the progression been? The
I
progression
think,
is better.
yeah, I think I'm doing a lot better, because I sat home for 3 years. Then when I did go back, I went back to a civilian job at first. But for the last few years, I'm back with the federal government, and it's a mixture of retirees or veterans and some people that never served. So I think I'm I'm getting better. I think I'm softer in some areas and learning the difference. But at the same time, I know I can't totally erase how, I would say, how I grew as an adult, because that was over half of my life.
Right.
Mm.
That's good. Okay, that's good. Man, like I said, we all deal with. I mean, life is full of transitions. Either you're gonna move or you're gonna get stuck.
Yeah.
How
Mhm.
you gonna roll with it? I mean, and you can even in the time of bereavement, a lot of people can get stuck in grief. If there is a process, I
Mhm.
mean, but you got to move through it to get through it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And some people it's easier than others. They ain't gonna trip on that. It's only easier than others. And then if you got another destination that you're going to, you like. I remember my mother's grandmother passed. My mother's mother, my grandmother, and everybody was on the road crying except me and my sister. Well, what happened is that I knew my grandma was going to a better place, but everybody started crying because my mother was crying. And I looked at my sister, and then I kind of agreed with her. Like, why they crying? I probably about I was about 15. I was about 15. Yep. I said, why they crying? Grandma's good. But then they said later on they crying because mama started crying. So I get that part. I get the part. Even when my father's mother died, um, I very rarely see my father cry. Now I see him cry a lot. But that's the last 10, 15 years. But when I was growing up, I saw my father cry one time. And that when I was 7 years old and he got diagnosed with cancer. And they gave him 6 months to live.
Mm.
And he's cried because his tears was, I will never see my babies grow up. I get that. I'm a father, I get it. Not that he was dying, going to a better place, but I ain't gonna ever see my babies grow up. And then next time I see him cry, at his mother's funeral in 2004. So we talk about from 1977 to 2004. That's the tears. Now, as a recent, oh yeah, everything, because a lot of funerals is being hit my father, so a lot of stuff. But when we all came down, he got a lot of strength and solidarity of us. It really, I mean, it's packed out there. Celebration. My sister did a wonder work. She worked her tail off. Brothers are telling me, but it was good showing. Some people are only so fortunate to go out like that. But like I said before, I said that we all go through transitions. This transition, I mean, just think if I went through this when I was 20. That's a different story.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm old now, I experience certain things, and I can process. I do evaluation myself all the time anyway, and so I'm thinking, how would this change me for the better? It made me calm down, be more reflective, and how precious time is, and why waste it? Or anybody, why waste your? Even if you with somebody, why? Even if you with somebody, why waste your energy going off when it's not beneficial? Focus to something constructive and is going towards your purpose.
Yeah.
Easier said than done, but it's work. I had a situation. I was like, and I didn't rise. That amazed me. That's it. This ain't no fight. And walked away.
Yeah.
I didn't get a rise. I said, God, you good.
I think that comes with
so
time and wisdom and understanding and accountability of self. Because I've been in that mode where I can't worry about everybody else and what everybody else got going on. I pray for you, but I can't do it for you. If you got to make certain decisions, I can't make them decisions for you. I can't take them actions for you. You got to be accountable for your own actions. And I just been in that mode. It's like life is too short, and I done work most of all of my life, and it's like it's certain things I want to do. I want to, I just want to be happy and just live. And part of that is not taking on responsibilities of others that don't want to take responsibilities for themselves. And it's just been one of them things. It may sound selfish, it may sound cold, but hey, if I would pass out dead right now, people still going to be doing what they do regardless.
Mm-hmm.
We would miss you.
Huh?
We would miss you.
You would miss me?
We would. I'm speaking as a group.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think my family would miss me too. But I'm just saying that
especially
sometimes we take on everybody else's stuff and we're not handling our stuff when we need to be healing ourselves. It's like if somebody that's always giving sometimes they need to be given too. And so I'm just at the point where it's just that, hey, I don't mind, but I'm not gonna go above and beyond because I need you to take hold and to move and take responsibility because I have to do the same. Take responsibilities of my actions, my ways, my thoughts, my responsibilities. If I do something wrong, hey, I'll be accountable for my wrongdoing and I move forward because it's before you know it, we all will be, you know, 6 feet under, cremated or whatever, however you want to say it. And and then you don't want to go back and look at life as you get older. You don't travel through life and you're older and saying, man, I didn't do anything that I wanted to do. I always did everything that everybody else wanted to do. What
Right.
happened to me? And you feel like your life was unfulfilled because you never did anything that you wanted to do. It was always about others. You know, and I ain't talking about raising your kids, your family, you know, stuff like that. That stuff, you know, you having kids, that's a blessing, that's a responsibility. You have to go, you have to make the sacrifices for them that, you know, when it comes to time and things like that. But as they get older
Right.
and they become independent, you go ahead and push them on out the nest and let them, you know, establish their own nest, and you able to move forward more forward than you was and be able to enjoy. One of the things I told myself when I retired was I would never work as hard as I worked before in the military, and I will not do a job that caused me to be gone for an extended amount of time. Now, my youngest child was born right when I was retiring, about 2 weeks before I retired. So, with that being said, I'd had all the opportunities to spend with her, and I try to take advantage of that opportunity because I feel like
Right.
God blessed me with something, with a desire of my heart that I always wanted was to always be there. No more missing first. No more, you know, missing these things or being gone and your child want to see you and you can't come home because you're on the other side of the world. I mean, just
Right.
different things like that. So I I cherish the moments that I have now, and I love it. So I'm gonna forever take advantage of the time that I have now and the important things, family, been taking more vacation time off, doing things because these are the important things. It's the memories that we create.
Mhm.
These are the memories that especially the youngest daughter will have. Even when I'm dead and gone, she'll be like, oh, I remember my dad surprised me and we did this and we went here, we went there. That's how I want to be remembered for spending time, actually loving.
How many children do you have?
5 altogether.
You have, oh, how old's the oldest?
29.
And the youngest is 8?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's
My
quite a
plumbing
range.
works out.
It's quite a range.
What's you
Yeah.
say?
I said my plumbing still work, dog.
Yeah, I see. Funny. 8, wow. Man, that's quite a range. Wow, that's a good.
Hey. Why use an outhouse when you got indoor plumbing?
Yeah, that seems like, yeah. Why? Yeah. Oh, wow, man.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. Yep. Miss talk to y'all guys, and they actually, remarkable enough, besides Tito freezing up every now and then, everything else has been pretty clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Usually it'd
internet
be
was
me.
pretty good.
Usually be me freezing up.
I don't know why I'm
They usually be me freezing.
I would wonder
Yeah,
which
yeah,
one
you,
of my
you froze right
Wi-Fi.
now. Yep,
Did I?
Nah, he's not to me. Oh,
he froze.
oh, yeah,
He froze again.
not to me. No.
Hey, Dr. D, you
He's
on dial
moving.
up. You need to
Oh yeah,
get
you
off
froze
that
up
dial
too.
up and get broadband.
What's that?
He said you're using dial-up.
Yeah.
Well, you clear. I'm.
Yeah,
Hey,
this is a really
is
good
that a
picture.
AOL CD-ROM in your background?
What's that?
Is that a AOL CD-ROM in your background?
Yeah, the picture's actually really clear. You're all really
Yeah.
clear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got a whole bunch of light. Tito got a whole
Well,
bunch of
me,
light on him.
well, me,
No,
Yeah.
Tito.
I actually do got extra lighting on me.
He
yeah,
like
you're
about to
right.
go to
It's usually
glory.
dark. Yeah, you're right. It's usually dark over there. Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure my background was a little lighter. That's why I threw extra light up.
Mm.
That
Yeah.
way y'all just don't see teeth and eyes.
I fella. So hey, I want just what I said earlier. If y'all got any suggestions, put in the comment section about I'm gonna start doing response videos.
Okay.
But I need some videos to respond to.
What do you want
So
to like?
if you see anything on
You want like videos of us asking questions that
No,
you
no,
respond
no.
to, or a video that's out there sending you a link and then
Out
you
there,
respond to that?
something that's something that's trending based on some of the subject matter you talk about that's trending, that's hot. He said, "Now I wonder what Dr. D say about this," and so I'll do a video, have it on the side, post and talk about it.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, something that because I don't do a whole bunch of searching for different. It may be trending, but I find that it's trending 5 days later.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're trying to say you behind the times?
Yeah, pretty much.
You never answer what's in that cup. We ask you every Wednesday what's in that cup.
No. Phil said it's water.
Water.
Really? That water's got to be lukewarm then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the woman's best kind.
And you slurping that water. I never heard anybody slurp water.
I don't like room temperature water. I can't drink room temperature water. Why is that my opinion?
No, warm water is really good for the system.
Yeah, I've always heard that. I've always heard that. Yeah.
Actually, it goes down quicker. Funny. Phil said vodka in that cup. He said, I have a question. What happened to my hero's journey coffee mug?
Right.
What happened to it?
What, did you promise to send him one or something?
No, here it is.
Oh, so you drinking out of this cup?
That's some good water, boy.
I know.
That's some really good water.
Yeah.
That's some really good water.
Yeah. Don't show us the water bottle while you're not drinking out the water bottle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah.
Great.
So. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Send out. You have some. Yeah. Send me some things I can respond to. If you have things on top of your head, just send them to me. Just send them DM and an email, whatever, and I'll play the video and then respond to the video. I gotta edit some stuff anyway, but that give me more content. But I had a friend. She's like, "Yeah, you be good. Just comment on it. Just give your take of it." Like on my I have a. You got my Instagram, right?
No, I don't have your Instagram.
It's a hero seeks.
A Hero 6. Hey, text it to me when we get off. Oh.
Yeah. It's just that's the Instagram. That's the Instagram.
That's the Instagram tag. Oh,
And Hero
okay.
6. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
I did one a day. I have a segment called Ride and Share. And I had a couple of them a day. I got Ride and Share Incomplete. I got Ride and Share. Oh, there's a good one too. We started talking about the guys talk about people identifying certain things.
Mhm.
I said,
Yeah.
hold up. He said, I'm gonna record this. I'm not gonna show your face, but I'm gonna record this because this is good content. So I got me talking to him, and you hear him in the background on the ride. It's a good one. It's probably one of the better ones. I said I had to get that one because he was spitting out so good. He was spitting out bars.
Okay.
Okay. And how old was this young man? Because it sounds like so
Oh, he's
a
probably
young
about 38.
38. Yeah, still young, man.
Yeah. He may be older, but no,
Mhm.
he's about 30 something. Well, he's older. He's old, but it was a good conversation on ride.
What
And
did
I
he
played.
what did he identify as? A toaster, a pen, or what?
No. He identified as a guy, and he was talking about how the same thing happened in Rome, right for the destruction. Ginger, uh, the same thing happened in Rome.
Okay.
The devaluation of the currency, as well as
As well as what? You said currency and then you
cur-
I didn't
cur-
hear.
currency and gender.
Oh,
Oh, and also I got one on that. Feel funny. I got one called the Loud Truth. The Loud Truth. I had a lady get in the car and said, "Woof, did you get to smoking once?" I sure did. I sure did. I said,
that's what she
"What?
said or you
What? Is you
said?
going to work?" Yeah, I am. That's what she said. I sure
Oh.
did. I said, "Why? You going to work?" Yeah. I gotta see this heifer. This heifer's on my nerve, and I need something to calm my nerves so I won't go off on her. And then that's half the funny part. The other part is that she said, between her and those screaming kids I just left.
She can't get no escape. Sound like it.
I said, so you mean you just hit one when you stepped out the house from the screaming kids? I sure did. Again, Uber. Yes, sir. And so I talk about how people, isn't it interesting how people got to escape any way they can in between the house and the job, the kids and the boss. She got to get high.
I thank God I like music and music is my escape. I don't have to use recreational drugs to escape.
But the thing that made it interesting is that she wasn't the only person getting in my car smelling like that going to work. There's other people got like that and smelled like they're going to work. And it didn't matter because everybody else's job smoked.
Um, I was just on
And
that. How do you
it's
know?
just one. It's just one.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, all
It
righty
smell like
then.
skunk.
Yeah,
It smell like skunk. The skunk weed. It smell like skunk.
yeah. I mean,
And
I'm aware of what you're talking about. Not, I don't partake in that kind of stuff, but
I
I
don't
have
either,
been
but
around
I know what
people.
skunk smell like.
Oh yeah, you from Chi-Town?
Yeah, but I hear I heard I hit a skunk. My wife hit a skunk here in Greensboro, and the car smelled like a skunk for 3 days. She hit on the outside, so when your PTSD hit, so when I see somebody get in my car, she smells just like that skunk I hit. I've told people that too. Really? Yeah. I said, have you ever hit a skunk before? Nah, bro. Yeah, that's what you smell like. A skunk. I know
Wow.
y'all can't smell it because y'all so engulfed in the fabric of the leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that but that's I did a video on that. I did call it in between rides. I dropped her off and then I did it about 2 minutes. I probably got about 12 or 13 ride and share on the playlist.
Okay.
And I was trying, so some of them I have people on that you see the head and they're okay with it. And some I don't. Some I do in between. I talk about it after I drop them off. And these current couple ones I did today, I just video me talking to them. You hear them in the background, but you see me.
Yeah, I think I seen one a couple of weeks ago. You had a female. I don't remember the subject because it was a couple of weeks ago. It was like 2 or 3 minutes long, where you were
Yeah,
just talking to
yeah,
her, but you was in the camera the whole time, and you can hear her responding in the background.
right. So I did 2 or 3 today. I mean, one I said this is an incomplete one. I said I'm not showing the picture because I don't want to get fined.
Hmm.
I don't want to get fined.
Oh,
Yeah,
about 2 weeks ago, maybe it was long. I don't remember when I said I couldn't hear you. I figured out why I couldn't hear you. When I put in my when I had put in my ear my when I turned on, I was on my phone trying to do it, but I didn't realize that it kept connecting to another one of my Bluetooth devices. So my sound was coming out somewhere else, and I'm like looking at the phone
Oh, okay.
and didn't think about, hey, check the Bluetooth, and I was like, I can't hear, I cannot hear, I cannot hear, but it was playing. I was in my bedroom at the time, but it was playing through a Bluetooth speaker in my office. So now I got
okay.
that particular Bluetooth device unplugged because it automatically just pick up my phone. So I'm like, nah.
Mhm.
So Renee, when I thought it was you, it may have been Tito.
It probably was. Wasn't me at all. It's never me. It's never be blamed.
Yeah, as his camera point towards the ceiling.
It's never me. It's never my fault. I'm never to blame. Ever.
Yeah, but that's what it was. I was like
Yeah, let's
turning
take
it up.
ownership for it.
Hey, at least I'm
Turn it
honest.
up. Turn it down for what?
And that was probably a
You
month
turn it
ago.
up.
Yeah, it might have been. It's been a while. I've been on, but I've mostly been typing when I do come on
Right.
lately. I said I go ahead and show my face, get your numbers back up, put some prettiness in this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we trying to. Well, I did. That's funny. I did half of this one on Instagram, but I realized that when y'all start talking, can't nobody hear y'all because
Nah,
you in my ear. So, but I think it may work that way if I can have it out. I work out on the mic because the video is coming out real good on Instagram. So you look on Instagram, you see me talking, and then I cut it off because nobody can hear your dialogue.
ah,
Oh, okay. They can see us but
But
can't
I think
hear us.
it may work. It may right.
Mhm.
But I think it may work me doing both at the same time. But I got work out with Kings. Yeah, but in the meantime, send me some things I can respond to. It help me out with content. I can keep more stuff going up. I put my take on some stuff. There's some stuff that I could have talked about, but I had other stuff going on. I was thinking about it.
I
uh,
can definitely
it's
do
so
that.
well, yeah. Thank you. All hearts and minds clear. Appreciate you, fellas.
all
So
right, no problem.
Have a good night.
I'm
God
gonna
bless
close
you
out.
all.
All right. Good night, fellas.
All right.
Have a
Good
good night.
night,
God bless.
Tiny
God
Tim.
bless.
God bless. God bless. Amen, amen,
Jesus Christ,
amen.
the Son of God, born of the Virgin Mary.
Uh, hey, gentlemen, gentlemen, this is Hero's Journey with Dr. D. Here to encourage you, here to encourage, motivate, to inspire, to educate, helping you get beyond your first move. How about you help me help you so we can help others by clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing. Commenting and sharing. When you do this, what you do is you organically help build with me and grow with me so we can help make a better tomorrow, today. If you don't remember anything from this episode, remember this. Every day you get a vertical, make it your goal in life to always move forward and never move back. I have managed to do that, and gradually I'm moving day by day because see, your life's important. I believe it is. God knows it is. And so therefore it got to be. Got to be. Don't spend your life living in the rearview mirror when your future is so bright. This is a hero's journey. And remember, check out my new content. Check out my website at heroseeks.org. If there's anything else you can need me go more in depth about this set of a session, we can talk about it. I will start uploading new things on my audio podcast, A Hero's Journey with Dr. D, the podcast. And just look up above. If I add, you'll see my playlist. Check out the Ride and Share. You'll enjoy that one. And I will be doing the response videos coming up soon, as well as meditation. Check it out. Any other suggestions, put it down in the comment section. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you stand for. And I appreciate all that you do. So this is the Hero Journey with Dr. D, and we are out.